What's up, YouTube? This is Team Revelation here, coming at you with a card discussion video. Just a short little video to discuss a few cards. 7 cards to be exact. But before we get into that, I just wanted to apologize to you guys because we haven't put up a video in a while, and we've been a little bit slower lately. Just all the guys on the team, we've been really busy trying to get our cards together, get everything organized. We've been trying to recruit, trying to figure things out, and just our lives in general have just been crazy busy lately. So we apologize to you guys that we haven't been really putting up much content, but we promise that will change. We have a lot coming up. We were working on getting our videos more sophisticated and get some more things in there to make the videos more fun and more awesome for you guys to watch. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe and all the good things, and let's get right to it. The first card I want to talk about, I'm just going to go in a certain order. I want to talk about Duality first. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because there's a lot of people who are running this card in different decks, and a lot of people that have mixed opinions about it. Some people say that it's not as good because it stops the specials, or they say that you only want to run 2 or 1 because it ends up being too cloggy. I run Blackwings personally, a deck that's my main deck that I run, and it does a lot of specialing. If you know anything about that deck, it special summons a lot. It has a lot of monsters that can special summon from the hand. It has a lot of things that you can add to your hand through search. All these things, which Duality shuts down the whole special summon deal. So on the surface, it kind of seems like that would be a bad thing to run 3 of them. I do run 3 of them. The reason why, though, is because it's inconsistent unless I run 3. I feel like I'm drawing it at the wrong times, and I want it. Say I open a bad hand. I've had this happen a few times, actually. I was just testing with our new teammate. By the way, we have a new teammate, Dom, who is going to be doing our video editing and also be putting up some pretty sweet deck profiles and some other things for you guys. Really excited about that. He's a great kid. So anyways, him and I were just testing together, actually, and I 2-0'd him twice in a row, and every single time I opened with a really bad hand. There's only one game where I opened actually pretty decently. The rest of the times I opened really, really badly. But I had Duality in my hand, and I was able to draw into a monster. Basically what I did is I had a handful of spells and traps, and then maybe 1 or 2 Blizzard. But the thing is, I Dualitied into a monster, which allowed me to go off with my Whirlwind and all those things. So I think you have to be smart with this card. You just have to be able to know when to use it. Know that sometimes you're just going to Duality into bad cards. But I still feel like it's a very good card to use and should be used in just about every deck, just because it draws you into your good place if you have a bad hand. The next card I want to talk about is Mind Control. I actually was running Book of Moon in my deck for a while. I went from Lance to Book of Moon to Mind Control, and I definitely feel like I'm going to stick with Mind Control. I apologize that it's just a common. We do have an Ultra and a Gold Rare somewhere. We just could not find it anywhere. So we think that maybe one of our teammates is borrowing it or something, because we just couldn't find it. So we have this one for right now. It's the same card, same effect. The reasons, 2 main reasons why I really, really like Mind Control. Reason number 1 is quite simple. What it is, with my deck especially, is I can get out cards like Master Key Beetle really quickly because of me being able to special Bora. I can add Bora to my hand with Blizzard, and then I can special it, and then I can overlay with whatever guy I just summoned. Like say I summoned Shura, then I summon, then I add Bora to my hand with Whirlwind, and I go right into Master Key Beetle. Well, let's say I can't do that. Master Key Beetle is really good. I'm assuming you guys know what he does. Basically, you just detach and target another card, and then he can't be destroyed. And if he would be destroyed, then we destroy the target instead. That's the basic gist of it. But the main reason why I like Mind Control, what I tend using it for most often, is my opponent is sitting on something like, say, a Zenmaines or whatever, Dragasack, Big Eye, and I have the opportunity to go for game. right? Like, I had the opportunity to go for a game. I pull out 3 synchros and an XYZ in one turn, or whatever. The only problem is they have a Dragasack just in the way, or they have a Big Eye in the way, they have a whatever in the way, whatever it is. This just, it doesn't matter. I just snatch their monster and I can go for game. I've gotten game with this card so many times. And the other thing that I was talking about before, say I have my Borer on the field, right? Then I mind control, if they have a level 4, I can mind control him. And then I can overlay and go into whatever I want. I go into Cowboy for game, detach for the 800 for game, if that's what I'm at in the duel. It's such a good card, it's so versatile, and the reason why I chose it over Book of Moon is because Book of Moon was sort of simple. It was either I could negate an attack with it, technically, sort of, not really negating the attack, but I could stop an attack, I could stop their monster from attacking, or I could stop an effect from happening because I could flip that monster upside down, or I could flip it to face down to run it over if it had a weaker defense. But I like mind control better. I found it to be much more consistent with what I need, and it wins me games more often than not. Another card is Starlight Road. A lot of people are running Starlight Road. I don't actually run Starlight Road in my Blackwings. I don't really care for Starlight Road in my Blackwings. That being said, in other decks, Starlight Road is a very good card in this format because there are so many things that are blowing up like crazy. You still have Dark Hole left. You still have 2 mirrors now, 2 mirror forces, not to mention countless other effects. The thing that I don't like about Starlight, the downside to Starlight that you guys probably all pretty much know, is that it has to be 2 or more, meaning it had to be at the same time, so it doesn't work with something like Dad where it targets one at a time and blows it up. That's why I don't run Starlight Road personally in my Blackwings, because I just feel like more often than not I draw into this, I set it, and it's dead. Also, because I run Icaruses, 3 of them, I have a lot of back row control that I can blow up. I end up blowing up their mirror forces and such like that quite often, because usually what I target with my Icaruses is their back row, just so that I'm not losing my monsters or whatnot. Which brings me to my next card, actually. Also, I do run 1 trap stun, and I've been thinking about running another one, trying to see where I could squeeze it in, or maybe something else like a dimensional prison or something. But for right now, I just have the 1 teched, and I love this because so many times this has allowed me to go off. Say my opponent has 3, 4, whatever set back row, they could have warning and mirror and all kinds of things that just sort of ruin my day when I'm trying to OTK. This right here gets rid of that. If I sit on this and then I have my field and I'm set up, I have my whirlwinds, I have some Shures, I have Gale, whatever. I have whatever I need to go through and to get my plays off. This right here protects me and allows me to do what I need to do. I love this card. I think it's a great card, and I think you guys should consider running it in pretty much any deck. It shuts down their traps. It does shut down your traps too until the end of the turn, but usually what you do, obviously, is you set it, you wait till your turn again, you play it, and then you can go off to your plays, and usually on your turn you don't really need any traps, besides one like that. And the next card is Mirror Force, and actually what's kind of funny about Mirror Force is I'm actually going to pull this card out too, Cylinder. And I've gotten a lot of mixed opinions about what's going on here. What I'm doing right now, I've been trying it out for a while now, and I do really, really like it. I am siding 2 Mirror Forces, and I am maining 2 Magic Cylinders. Here's my thought process behind that. First of all, a lot of people are running, like I said, they are running the Starlight Road in their deck. So they have this set oftentimes. I've seen 2 and 3 Starlight Roads mained in many different decks. I was running into Starlight a lot. So time and time again, they attack. I flip up my mirror, they flip up their Starlight. I'm out of Mirror Force, they still get to attack, and they get a Stardust on the field. It's kind of a lose-lose situation for me. And I'm noticing everyone running Starlight, so I thought, what can I use instead of Mirror Force? I mean, Mirror Force is good and all, but what can I use? And I thought of Cylinder. one of the reasons why I like this is because then their Starlights that they mained game 1, those Starlights are dead. Because they're going to think, no matter what, they're going to think it's a Mirror Force down. Almost nobody, unless they've played me before, is going to be expecting a Magic Cylinder. They're going to be thinking Mirror Force, not Magic Cylinder. So they have their wasted Starlight Roads either in their hand or set or whatever, and it's a waste. It's a waste of space. It's a card that they just can't use unless I Icarus. And then the other reason why I really like this is because it has won me games quite a few times, actually, because I have, say I push and I push and I push, right, with my monsters, and I get them almost down to game, but it's not quite game. Then they go off next turn, they go off, and they get their field all swarmed and everything. All I need to do is flip this up on the right attack for game, and then I win. I've done that so many times where if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have lost. Yeah, Mirror Force would have destroyed all their monsters, maybe, but usually players are smart enough to summon something like Maystroke or anything like that that can avoid from being destroyed. This doesn't destroy anything, and a lot of people have said that that's a disadvantage, but I find that to be an advantage oftentimes because it doesn't destroy. Therefore, they still take the damage that you would have taken, and yeah, they get to keep their monster. That's why this tends to be a little late game. It's better late game. So it is risky running the Magic Cylinder, maining it instead of the Mirror Forces inside the Mirror Forces. That is a little bit risky, but so far I am really liking it and is working out very much in my favor. Last card, Grand Mole. Now, you guys might have thought, like earlier, like these are kind of obvious. These are obvious cards, maybe besides the cylinder. But I honestly have seen almost hardly any Grand Moles whatsoever. I've seen no Magic Cylinders, and I definitely have seen these other cards. Not as much Mind Control, but I've definitely seen the other cards in that pile besides Cylinder and this guy right here. Compulse last format was at 3, it's now at 1. With really annoying cards such as Dragasack and Big Eye, let's just be honest, they're a pain in the butt to get over sometimes. Compulse easily gets over him. Grand Mole easily gets over him. This guy is awesome because he's so recyclable. You summon and bounce and summon and bounce and summon and bounce again and again and again, and you pop their stuff to their hand. The only thing that's a bummer about Mole is if you summon him, if they warning it, I really don't care because they just wasted their warning on my Mole. They took $2 grand and they no longer have a warning in their deck, and they wasted that on my Grand Mole. That's a bad play. Do not warning my Grand Mole unless it's absolutely necessary to save your, I don't know, whatever. I don't really see why you would ever do that. The thing that does stink, though, a lot of people are maining Fiendish Chain. So if you summon him and then they have a chain on you that stinks for Grand Mole, because then you have a Grand Mole that's kind of just dead and sitting there that they can easily run over anytime they want. But other than that, Grand Mole is an excellent card for getting over annoying Synchros and annoying XYZs, or just annoying monsters that you just can't run over. So these are the cards that I just kind of wanted to chat about. Right now, in my deck, my main Blackwing deck that I run all the time, I have just one of these guys, because you can only have one. I have 2 of those, and then I have 1 of those, and then I have 1 of this guy. I'm siding 2 of those. I do not run a single one of these, and I have 3 of these. So that's that. That's pretty much the end of my discussion, my end of my spiel. Comment, let me know what you think. I'm going to be doing an updated Blackwing profile very, very soon, because I did make some changes to that deck, so I just wanted to do some updated, an updated deck profile for that. We're going to be doing a couple machine deck profiles coming up very, very soon, and we're going to have some duels. We're going to be going down to some locals pretty soon, and we hope to get you guys some footage from that too. Thank you so much.